Let's get to the southern border now, where illegal crossings by migrants into the U.S. have risen for the fourth straight month. This is the busiest it's been in decades, and we already knew we were setting records. Last month, a new record high of encounters, with more than 4 out of 10 asylum seekers being turned away due to Title 42. But with repeat attempts to enter the country, border agents are struggling to keep up. It's taking a toll professionally and personally. NewsNation border correspondent Robert Sherman is in Hidalgo, Texas, with how the low members of law enforcement, they're still dealing with the nonstop pressure of trying to keep the border safe. Robert.
And Adrienne, we hear from Border Patrol agents who say that morale is low, frustration continues to grow, but they remain committed to the main mission of protecting the southern border, despite the fact that the migrant encounter numbers here continue to rise.
Wading through the thick brush in the dead of night, Texas DPS agents find this group of migrants trying to sneak into the United States. Troopers tell NewsNation here in the Rio Grande Valley they're seeing a spike in activity in the early morning hours. Once again, migrant encounters have hit a new high, over 239,000 in the month of May, up over 900% compared to May of 2020. And while some are families with children seeking asylum, others are more brazen. This group of more than 40 made a break for the border wall in Douglas, Arizona last week, overwhelming one lone border agent on U.S. soil.
It all starts with messaging and basically a focus.
Rodney Scott, who served as Border Patrol chief under both the Trump and Biden administrations, says the message that's circulating is that the border is open and can be easily crossed, a message that he says needs to change. But the number that has many in law enforcement most concerned is the number of known gotaways, migrants who have eluded law enforcement. Over 445,000 in total this fiscal year, with the Tucson, Arizona and Del Rio, Texas sectors leading the way.
The cartel is systematically using these massive numbers of migrants to push them across the border to overwhelm Border Patrol and local law enforcement. And then your fentanyl, your cocaine, your heroin, and the terrorists that you've heard so much about lately are coming across through the gaps.
Meanwhile, the Mexican caravan that left southern Mexico earlier this month is no more, broken up by Mexican officials. Texas Governor Greg Abbott chalking it up to the deals he cut with 4 Mexican governors to have their law enforcement work more proactively to secure the border. Still, the expectation is each of the thousands of people in that caravan will make it to the border at some point.
The entire number of people are still going to make it to the border. They're just not going to make it up to the border in one large group.
And there are reports that the Department of Homeland Security is looking into transporting migrants from border towns like where we are right now to more inland communities such as Los Angeles and Houston. And the premise behind that is to try and relieve some of the stress that is on some of these communities down here. But our understanding, talking to some NGOs in the area, is that that's an idea that's being considered and floated but not finalized yet. Adrienne?
All right, Robert, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.